Hello, my name is Sunny Love. This is my story, my voice. I'm going to start out by reading you a little bit of the introduction from my first book, Robbed of a Childhood Raped by the System. Throughout most of my life, I wondered why I turned out the way I did. After working through all the mess that was my life, today I really believe I get it. You see, oftentimes we don't see or explore our own insecurities to any depth. While we can easily point out the flaws of our loved ones, neighbors, and anyone else who might cross our path, today I work with men, women, and youth exiting correctional institutions, a profession I love, and doing this work comes easy. It has often afforded me an opportunity to work with people at depth to help them unearth their potential. And it has helped me to look at my own flaws and embrace the work I need to do in my own life. For the past 9 years, I have worked to create an organization called Women Planting Seeds. The goal of this organization is to allow a person who has served their time to come back into society. Men, women, and youth exiting corrections are humans who have hope for their future unless the system has dehumanized them. There are so many people incarcerated for getting high on drugs. This is a disgrace to the liberty we claim to give all people in this country. People are hurting. And what do? We hurt them more by putting them in a prison than cutting them loose without the proper supports. People get high for a reason. Why not treat their pain rather than helping to increase it? I will stop there. Robbed of a childhood, when I wrote it, I didn't write it for fame. I didn't write it for attention. I wrote it because this was my truth, a truth I had hid and carried alone for so many years. Putting those words on the page was a way of reclaiming myself, my voice, and parts of me that the world had tried to silence. But here's what I didn't expect. As soon as my story began to grow, so did the number of people who wanted a piece of it, or a piece of me. I have had people try to take credit for my work. I've had people attempt to control my name. I've had people show up smiling, but with intentions that were anything but pure. I often wondered, why would you want my story when we have your own stories to live by? I watch people who never supported me suddenly want to be a part of my journey now, that it looks meaningful, impactful, or profitable. My story is not for sale. My pain is not a product. And my healing is not a place for anyone to take advantage of me. If you have survived trauma, especially trauma at the hands of systems or people who were supposed to protect you, you know this feeling. I don't have to explain it to you. You know it. You know what it feels like to crawl out of darkness, only to discover that some people want to use your light of celebrating it instead of celebrating it. Why is that? But there's one thing I'd like to say I've learned. Boundaries are holy. Your voice is sacred. And the moment you begin to rise, the world will test whether you really believe you deserve it or not. Well, I do believe you deserve it. I do believe I deserve it too. My life today is not defined by what was taken from me. It is defined by what I have reclaimed. My dignity, my authorship, my purpose, my calling to help others heal. That is why I'm here. I've been doing this work for over 23 years off my paycheck, not funding that somebody has given me, but off of the paycheck that I worked and earned, because your life matters. It matters to me. It matters that we can heal. So if you're watching this because you read my book, Robbed of a Childhood Raped by the System, or you followed my work, or you're on your own healing journey, let me leave you with this. You don't owe anyone your story. You don't owe anyone your past. And just because people want a piece of you doesn't mean you have to give it. Again, my name is Sunny Love. Many call me Reverend Dr. Mary Whitney, and this is just the beginning. Thank you for listening. Thank you for honoring me with your time. And thank you for allowing me to share a piece of my journey with you so that you can learn to share a piece of your own journey. Don't be afraid to speak out about your life. Don't be afraid to tell the truth about what's been happening. When we go to certain people for help to see if they can help us get our business up and running, and they take your truth and your core and they run with it and claim it as their own. Thank you and have a great day.